Okay, so now I want to talk about the person who, like I said, my partner and I were in a monogamous relationship for years, and then my partner realized they are polyamorous. Like that is big for someone to um like get clear on how they identify in life and in relationships is huge. It's like maybe this person had and carried a lot of shame around who they were ever since they were little. Right? Maybe they grew up in an environment that celebrated all different kinds of relating and relationships and expressions of intimacy. And so there's a part of them that really feels liberated and free and at home with what it is that maybe they're learning for the first time that has a word or a label called polyamory. So I celebrate and have a lot of care and compassion for people who are coming out and really claiming, like, oh, yeah, like I actually think I'm polyamorous. This is really cool and really scary because I'm in a monogamous relationship with someone and everything's gonna go like, things are gonna start hitting the fan if I'm clear with what I want. Yeah, that's true. It really is true. Like when we get clear on what we want, then sometimes there's a sense of urgency to act on that fast, and we leave everyone behind, which isn't always the best thing, and I get it. You're not alone, and that's where coaching and friendship and conversing with other people and getting some sort of support can be really helpful. So just know that that is advisable. And I also think that, yeah, there's something to be said about staying grounded and centered and even inquiring a little bit more around what this new place for you might mean for your life and how you want to move forward in your life and with whom, right? And so I think it's important for couples that are in relationships that have been exclusive and one person starts to identify or really resonate with a more ethically non-monogamous way, label polyamory, go slow, like really go slow. Ask for advice from people that have a lot of experience in the field. Read, not just social media read, like get some books and read up about it, and make sure that you're just keeping everybody in the loop, right? And that can be really challenging, and it can be really lonely, and it can be really scary. So know that all of those things are natural, to be expected, understandable, and part of like your journey, just as your partner is going to have this like shell shocking realization that they may be in a relationship now with someone that feels differently. You're going to have to come to terms with what it is that how you identify, and then what you want to do with that identification. Some people, like will venture down the poly route for a while working with and navigating with their person who is monogamous leaning or monogamous, and they'll have whatever journey they have, and sometimes it becomes really, really clear, like, yeah, like this isn't going to work. So then there's an uncoupling. Sometimes there's the realization of, and this happened recently with a couple that I've been with professionally, where the realization is, oh wow, like I do actually identify as poly, but like I have this life with you and I have these children and I don't want to lose that. So I want to prioritize that. And yes, like I do want this and I have these desires, and it's like, but I want this. And, some people will stay in this place for a really long time, which can create so much stress in each individual, as well as the family system, as well as the relationship. And it just can be really crazy. Enter coaching can be really helpful. So yeah, and some people will choose like, okay, yeah, like I really, gosh, in my heart of hearts, I want this over here and I'm going to choose this because this is where I feel most aligned. And there's a whole process that can happen with that. I'm just sort of giving you the little cliff note versions. What else do I want to say about that? Yeah, I just think it's really important to go slow and to get support and to have people that you can talk to, like not just poly people that will convince you that poly is correct and the only way to go, but like people with perspective that is pretty big, to hold all of the different possibilities and help you unpack maybe some deeper desires, because there may be some deeper desires that you don't know of yet that could actually be addressed and nourished and encouraged and worked with in the relationship that you're already in. Sometimes people will dive down a little bit and be like, oh my God, like this is who I am. I'm poly and therefore I need to go. And they miss the deep dive into more intimate parts of themselves, which could very well align and be with the poly. I'm not saying it doesn't, but what I am saying is like when I'm working with couples and they really go deep into their inquiry of what poly might give to them or what changing their marriage might do for them and what need that might fill, then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, like interesting. I never thought that it would be that simple. And wow, like if I did it this way, man, I could see how that would work. Especially if I was single, it would work really well. And because I have this and I've got values over here too, wow, like I wonder if there's a way that we can bridge these values. And I wonder if there's a way that we can, really interesting. I never thought about that before. So go slow, take some time, do some inquiry, like self-inquiry, work with someone, whether it's someone like me, like a poly coach, or someone, a therapist or some other sort of coach to kind of help navigate some of these things. Phone call coming in. Yeah, you're not alone, and you don't have to go fast. However, it's really important to not stay too stuck in this crazy making. And at some point, someone, either the person who's monogamous or you who are identifying as polyamorous, are going to like raise your hand and be like, SOS, we need help. And by all means do that, right? There's nothing wrong with having a third party come in and just sort of help hold space. So I'm going to stop there for now. I'm realizing that this little block of email that I received from someone has the material for so many videos, so I'm gonna do like little segments. I hope this has been helpful. Just wanted to give a little a little perspective onto what might be happening in your system if you are the person who identifies more as polyamorous and you're in a monogamous relationship, and how to consider navigating some of that. Lori Ellington, poly-coach.com, poly-coach.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.